like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth with the one and only Azikewe Deveaux. How are you, sir?
Good, Brother Donnie. How's everything?
Good. Tell me about this black-owned restaurateur, CIAA 2025.
This is the 4th year of BORT, man, and it's been the best one ever. We have the most restaurants on the tour, 16 restaurants, and we have gone through 13 already, so we got 3 more to go. They've all been well attended. Folks have had a good time. Tonight we're at Unity. Tomorrow we close out with Jerk at Night for brunch, and then Garden for the final stop, Garden Rooftop.
Do you happen to know some more? Can you tell me some more of the restaurants that we like? Was the new vegan place, is that a part?
Yes, that was a part. So the 16 restaurants this year were Chicks, Premium Chicks in Fort McHenry Road. They spell that CHX. Black Swan, which is a return restaurant. Swill, which is a return restaurant. Rooted, this is their 2nd year. Deveaux, this is their 1st year. Magdalena and the Ivy Hotel, another return. Soul Street, which is technically a new restaurant this year as well. Empanada Lady, another new restaurant, our first a brown restaurant, a black and Puerto Rican sister. After that, Proper Cuisine, technically another new restaurant. Friday we did Poppy Cuisine and Bar Vegan, as you mentioned earlier. And today, so far, we've done Deveaux for breakfast and Crust by Mac for lunch. So Unity's up next.
I'm impressed, Zeke. I was wondering if you, that's pretty darn good. I mean, it's your job to know, but off the cuff, because there's so much going on.
Yes, a lot going on for CIAA weekend. You have a week, really, because it started last Saturday with the Youth Summit. Then they had the Tech Summits yesterday, the Money Moves today, which is also some very impressive stuff. They have got some really non-traditional speakers. You know, that Jeezy speaking on Money Moves. Yolanda Stokes spoke today as well, so proud of her. Yesterday, a brother, Amen, who talked about AI, works for Jeff Bezos. There's a really eclectic group of folks to give different perspectives on what's going on today.
How long have you been an entrepreneur, Zeke?
I have been an entrepreneur about 25 years. Yeah, this will be my 25th year. That's right.
Happy 25th anniversary, right here on BeMoreNews.com. How does it feel?
It feels good, man. You kind of get into your groove a little bit. You know that the dry spells are not permanent. You learn how to weather them, and when it's flowing, you learn how to tuck some away. So it's we get better, like fine wine. We get better with time.
But this black-owned restaurant tour, do we understand the magnitude of doing that? We do the Black Wall Street Awards, but bringing people specifically into our eateries. I don't know if you know, we got a new restaurant in East Baltimore. You down with it?
Okay, which one is that?
The Madison 801,
Sharif's, yes.
Yeah.
I need to get over there.
So we have a Black Wall Street coming up March 19th. Maybe we have to put you in the rotation.
Definitely.
But it is important that we support our restaurants. Why? Sure. How did that come on your plate? How did this come about?
Well, with the CIAA coming to town, there was obviously an interest on making sure that local and minority-owned businesses benefited. We didn't want the corporations to just overwhelm people with their geographic location and convenience. So there's a lot of people, believe it or not, who come to Baltimore and think the best crab cake is at Phillips. No disrespect to Phillips, but anybody from Baltimore living here would be like, what? So, but they have the location right there, so that's what people know. So the Black-owned restaurant tour is really important in helping people get outside of the normal tourism pockets into the communities. Deveaux is, way up in Charles Village. Where else were we? Chicks is way out Fort McHenry Road. Where else is out in the community? Help me out, Donnie. I'm forgetting some of them. Oh, Swill and Rooted. Rooted.
Washington Boulevard.
Right. Rooted is Holland's Market.
And then the Locust Point?
Yeah. So what tourists
would know to go there?
Would know to go there. So so the BORT tour is really a good thing on helping people feel safer and understand that what they may have seen on TV is not necessarily the reality about our city.
And you also understand how difficult it is in the restaurant business. You
Yes.
mentioned a couple of restaurants that had to transform, they had to pivot.
Yeah, and some closed, unfortunately. Yeah. So it's a very tough industry, especially for black-owned restaurants, mainly because the restaurant industry is a multi-generational business typically. So the father, the uncle, the grand, somebody was in the restaurant business, which assisted in their learning curve. And we're typically 99% of the time first generation when we have a restaurant. So we have that huge disadvantage. And that's why a lot of us don't make it past those first couple of years, because that's where the learning curve hits the hardest. But I've seen, since we've started BORT, a lot of exchange of information to assist with kind of leveling out that learning curve a little bit for us.
Anything we didn't cover, anything about CIAA, the black restaurants, the leadership of the city, I gotta ask you this. Al Hutchinson's leaving, man.
I won't speak on that, but something I do want to address is that a lot of people think this year is the last year of CIAA, and that's not true. We have one more year on our contract, so we'll see CIAA back here 2026, and hopefully get the bid for 2027 to 2029.
Okay. You almost seem like you're running for mayor or something. I'm not gonna watch you. Keep watching BMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.